As we take a look at the latest information from 4 o'clock, winds are sustained at 50, though, with the latest with Barry. It sits just about 95 miles southwest of the mouth of the Mississippi River, or basically due south of Grand Isle this morning. Just moving still about 5 miles per hour, making a west-northwest track, so it's kind of starting to make that jog a little more to the northwest. Notice on the back side of it, we're starting to see a little bit more in the way of rain developing. Some of that drier air that's been there for the last 24 hours is actually starting to erode, which means more moisture is coming in, and that's where the rain's going to start filling in the radar a little bit. And a pressure 1,000 millibars. So this is not a very normal looking system. You can see around the center there's not much out there with rain, but the winds, according to the hurricane hunters, have been fairly strong. It should strengthen quite a bit today out there. Look at that 65-mile-per-hour tropical storm at 1 o'clock and 70-mile-per-hour there by 1 a.m. I think there is a small window of opportunity for this to become a hurricane briefly at landfall. Looks like coming just past Morgan City as we get into early tomorrow morning, say after daybreak. And then by 1 o'clock on Saturday, it's already up near the Lafayette area, and continuing on that track towards, say, just north of Alexandria. Still is a tropical storm by Sunday early morning, and then as we go forward here, eventually work its way beyond St. Louis and heading toward Indianapolis, but not a concern for us at that point. Now, we're still looking at, for our area, about 10 to 20 inches of rain, isolated amounts of 25 inches of rain. So yeah, there's some areas, I think, closer to the center can see that 25-inch bullseye there. Storm surge along the coast still expected 3 to 6 feet. Lakes around 2 to 4 feet as of this morning. Inland winds, will start seeing them picking up today, but as we get to the worst of it, 20 to 45, gusts to 70 can't be ruled out here. And the coastline, 45 to 60, gusting maybe possibly as much as 90 along the coast. So keep that in mind. And the tornado threat will increase today, so we do need to watch out for those tropical type tornadoes as we go forward throughout the day today. There you can see again, look at that bullseye, if you will, of the heaviest rain coming on in practically near the Morgan City area. That's where you can see your 25 inches, about 10 to 15 to the north shore, 15 to 20 here on the south shore. The bigger swath you see more or less through the Baton Rouge area and basically west of Interstate 55 is where our heaviest rain totals are going to be. But nonetheless, though, all of us will be dealing with some very, very heavy rain here coming forward. Right now, tropical storm warnings remain in effect. You can see, though, from the New Orleans area to the north shore all the way to Baton Rouge and Lafayette. Hurricane warnings now in effect across the coastal areas there, not too far away from, say, the western edge of Plaquemines Parish all the way beyond Morgan City toward Lake Charles, and a tropical storm watch in effect for the Mississippi coast still at this time. Storm surge warning, you can see highlighted there in the pinker shade, versus storm surge watch still across the metro area, as we are expecting that surge there around 3 to 6 feet as we get down to the coastal areas for today. Right now, you can see on the radar some of those bands of rain starting to sneak on through here. They can produce maybe some brief little gusty winds. They pass by, zooming right into the city. You can see they're over toward Estelle, Belle Chase area, Muro. We do have a little more in the way of those little rain areas coming on in, and it'll pass by the city, but these guys are moving pretty quickly here, so that at least is some good news as they move through. Maybe a brief downpour, but they'll be passing by. And more of that rain across part of the area east of Louisiana, that'll eventually be filling in on the radar. More rain as it wraps around the center of circulation will help to strengthen the storm, and that'll happen a little later on during the day today. So do be prepared for that to continue. Winds right now, I see 15 gusting to 25 in Kenner, 24 gusting to 33 there at Lakefront Airport, and you can see winds of over 20, even near tropical storm gusts in Boothville this morning at 38 miles per hour. So for today, we will see some scattered showers and storms, but not an all-day rain event. You still have time to do things outdoors today, pick up things around your yard. And one thing that's been recommended, pick up all those political signs. I know the politicians may not want to hear that, but they will become projectiles if they're sitting there as we get those winds around tropical storm force a little later on during the day today. So coming up a little later on, I'll have a lot more information with the more detailed information with the track and much more with how much rain we could pick up again.